Hi, everybody. It's Shannon. Welcome to class today. Got a 60-minute beginner yoga class. Tiny Dharma talk. It's almost springtime. The weather's starting to warm out, and soon, hopefully, we'll be back at the park. Days are beginning to get longer, so this is a good time for us to grow our yoga practice. We've been practicing a little bit shorter than 60 minutes for a bit, and today we're going to try and get it up to an hour. Also, going to reintroduce a few sun salutation A's, not too many. We're just coming back from a place of rest to a place of expansion in spirit of springtime. So, getting some movement back into the body, and I'm going to back up so that we can begin practice. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps to get the free practice out to everyone in the world. Let's scoot back. We'll begin lying down. So you can just bend your knees, just come all the way down to your mat. In constructive rest position, you can bring your right hand to the tummy, left hand to the heart, and just close your eyes. As we begin to turn our attention inward, away from the outside world, into the inside world. Just notice the qualities of your inhalations and exhalations. Notice your heartbeat. And if you would like to set an intention for practice today, something you can bring your mind back to in case it begins to wander off, maybe a positive intention to bring forward into the rest of your day, now's a good time. On your next inhale, you can go ahead and float your eyes open. Let's pick both feet up, bring the knees in towards the chest. Just grab them with your hands, and we're going to make little circles. Just circle in one direction, whatever direction you want to start. It doesn't matter. Just gently waking up that low back. And you can go slowly with your inhales and exhales. Whatever direction you started in, let's change directions. Now come to center and extend the right leg out. Just go ahead and keep hugging the left knee in. And we're going to bring it to the side. So just take your right hand, bring it over to the right side of the body. You can gaze over the left shoulder. And you can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Bring the knee back to center. Give it a squeeze, and we're going to change knees. So bring the right knee in, the left knee out. Hug it in. Reach out with the right arm and bring your right knee across to the left side. Gaze out over the right shoulder. And these twists may feel a little stiff at the beginning of practice, and that is totally normal. Bring the knee back to center. Give it a squeeze. Bring the other knee back up. Come into reclined butterfly. So just bring your heels down towards your butt. Grab the feet, keeping the shoulders on the ground and keeping the low back pressed into the ground. Nice long inhales and exhales as you begin to go through movement today. One more breath and release the feet. Hug your knees in again. You're going to cross at the ankles and roll up to sit. Come to face the front of the mat in a comfortable, easy seat, whatever that looks like for you. And let's begin with the neck. You can extend the left hand out to the side. Reach up with the right hand. You can place it over here on the head and just tilt the ear towards the shoulder. And if that's too much of a stretch, you can always just release the head and just breathe. Go ahead and release the head. Reach out with the right arm. Reach up with the left and place it on your head. Inhale up tall and exhale ear over towards the left shoulder. One more breath. And bring everything back to center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms down the back, really broadening across the chest and shoulder. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Extend the arms back out. You can bring them out to the sides and reach over with the right arm. Extend left arm a little bit and just gaze up towards the hand. You can bring the elbow down if you need more of a stretch in the side body. If you're good here, just keep it extended. It's yogi's choice. Whatever feels good to you today, just listen to your body. And don't forget to breathe. On an inhale, come back up to center and extend that right arm to the side. Reach over with the left and come over to the side. And again, you can drop the elbow here if you'd like. If the hip is starting to roll up, then just come back up. And each side can be a little different. This side is more stiff for me, so I'm going to come up just a little bit. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale back up to center. Arms out to the side in a T. And exhale, let's come to the left side, bringing right hand to the left knee, bringing the other hand behind. You can gaze in front of you or gaze over the shoulder behind you. You're rotating at the ribs, not so much from the low back. On an inhale, come back to center, arms out in a T, and exhale over to the right side, bringing left hand to the knee, right hand behind, rotating at the ribs, either gazing in front or maybe over the shoulder behind you. One more breath. And bring everything back to center, arms in a T. Exhale, float them back down to your sides. Now walk both hands over in front. Inhale up tall, growing up through the crown of the head. And exhale, come down onto your elbows, and you can flip your hands over and just let your head hang. With your arms open in a pose of offering, what could you let go of today that would help you to grow? If you'd like, you can roll the neck back and forth a little bit. On an inhale, rise back up. Now, whatever leg is crossed over, let's change legs. So you're just going to cross the other leg. Inhale up tall through the crown of the head. And exhale, crawl back forward again. You can flip the hands over, let the head hang. Just getting a nice stretch in that low back. Hands in a position of receiving. What could you receive from your practice today that would help you to grow and expand? On an inhale, roll all the way back up. Let's pick both knees up, bring them in towards your chest like this. Wrap around with the right arm, reach behind with the left for a TP twist. Inhale up tall, exhale, rotating at the shoulders. Gaze over the left shoulder or straight ahead. It's really taking time to wake up the spine today as we bring more movement into our practice. On an inhale, come back through center, twist in the opposite direction, wrap left arm around, reach behind with right. Inhale, growing tall, and exhale, twist. On an inhale, come back to center. Now bring right leg to the side. Let the left leg fall down so that the foot is near the knee. And just twist over towards the left side, gazing in front of you. One more inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Pick both knees up. Let them fall in the opposite direction. So let the left knee fall. Let the right foot come over towards the knee. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist over towards the right. Gaze in front of you. One more inhale and exhale. Now let's come back to center. Pick your knees up. Turn to the side. Cross at the ankles and come over into tabletop position. And make sure that the wrists are under the shoulders. Make sure the knees are under the hips. Let's do some cat and cow. Inhale, stomach down, gazes up. Exhale, cat stretch. And you can make intuitive movements here as you go through. Just go at your own pace. Does not matter how fast or slow you go. And wherever you are, let's take one more round and meet back in a neutral spine. Let's go ahead and begin to wake up the lower body. Inhale, right leg behind you. Hold for a little bit of a balance. Just hold it. We'll do 3 knee to nose. Inhale in, knee to nose. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, bring the knee back down. Let's shimmy around to the front. Kickstand the right leg out to the side. Reach to the side with the left. And reach long with the right arm in gate pose. Stretching all the way down the right side of the body. Growing long. One more breath. And exhale, float the hand down. Bring the leg in. Shimmy back around to the side of the mat. Repeat with the left leg. Inhale, float the left leg up straight behind you, keeping the hips square. Just holding for a bit of a balance. Now 3 knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale, float the knee down. Crawl around to the side. Kickstand left leg out this side. This time, right hand down and reach over. Long, even breaths. And if the mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the intention you set for today. One more breath. And float the hand back down. Bring the knee in. Come back to side. Let's reset with a cat and cow. Just inhale down. Exhale up. And we'll repeat that one more time. Inhale, right leg up behind you. Gaze in front. Hold it. Three knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2. Inhale. 3. Now float the knee back down. Shimmy around to the side. Kickstand right leg out. Plant left hand and reach over. Now this time while we're here, we're going to shift our weight just a little bit for another balance. So shift the weight over to the left hand, lift right leg. Breathe, we're only here for a moment, it's just a moment. And exhale, bring foot back down, reach long. Float the hand back down, bring the leg in, shimmy back around. Inhale, left leg up behind you. Hold for a balance, keeping the hips square, gazing out in front of the mat. Three knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2. Inhale. 3. Now float the knee down. Shimmy around. Plant right hand. Kickstand out left leg. Reach over long. Now shift your weight over onto the right hand and just float left leg up. Now shift the weight back down, left leg down, reach long one more time. Float the arm down, bring the knee in, shift back around to the front, and we'll come back into child's pose. Just bring your butt back towards your heels, reach long in front of you,
And bring your forehead back down to the mat. On your next inhale, just come back up into your tabletop position. Going to thread the needle. So inhale, right arm out to the side. Exhale, thread it underneath the left arm, bringing the left elbow down, shoulder down to the ground. If you need a little more of a stretch, you can walk the left arm in front. If you're good here, that's fine too. Whatever you choose, just breathe. And I apologize if I'm a little sniffly today. My seasonal allergies are beginning to kick in. On an inhale, come back up onto the left hand, reach out with the right. Exhale, bring it back down. Thread the needle the other way. Inhale, left arm to the side. Exhale, come underneath the right elbow. Come down onto the left shoulder. And again, if you'd like, you can extend the right hand in front for a little more of a stretch. Come up on the right hand, extend the left arm to the side, float it back down. Come back into child's pose one more time. Reach long in front with the arms. Let's take a big inhale together and open our mouths wide and just let it go. Anything you don't need today, just get rid of it. Inhale and exhale. Just let it go. Begin a little bit of a flow here. On an inhale, come up through tabletop position. Bring the elbows in, drawing them toward the sides. Exhale down, coming into baby cobra. Make sure that you have your hands beside your shoulders, forehead down. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Don't crane your neck here. You just want to gaze in front. Exhale, back down. Now let's flow back to child's pose. Come up through tabletop position. And exhale back into child's pose. If you need to walk your hands as you go, that's fine. It's no problem at all. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale through table. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Draw shoulders, elbows in. Exhale down. Flow one more time. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Inhale back to child's pose. Exhale down. Let's pause here for one breath. On your next inhale, just come back up into your tabletop position. We're going to shift from table to down dog a few times, just waking up the body and the tummy muscles. On an inhale, tuck your toes, shift the hips back towards the back of the mat, drawing shoulder blades down the back, trying to bring the heels down towards the mat as much as you can. Let's go ahead and pedal the feet out one good time. Come up on your tippy toes and exhale down. If you need to, bend your knees. That is fine. It's normal for this to be a little stiff. On an inhale, shift the weight back forward. Come back down into table. Now shift the weight back into down dog. Do that 2 more times. Inhale forward. And then exhale. Come back. Down dog. So once more, inhale forward. Table. Exhale. Down dog. You're doing awesome. Let's just drop back down to table one more time. Come back into child's pose. Let's bring the arms down to the sides. Give them a little bit of a break. On your next inhale, come back up into your tabletop position. Shift the weight back into downward facing dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward to the front of the mat and just hang in ragdoll. You can grab the elbows and just hang here. Keep a little bit of a bend in the knees and just wave back and forth. Release the elbows, bring the hands down towards the floor, and let's just roll slowly all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae, rooting down through the feet and rising up through the crown of the head until we end in Tadasana, mountain pose at the front of the mat. Do a little bit of a flow here to spin on Sun Salutation A. Inhale, arms up overhead, and you clasp your hands together in pistol fingers. Exhale over to the left side. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back through center. Bring your hands through prayer hands. Come into forward fold. Halfway lift, gaze in front of you. Forward fold. Step back into plank. Drop your knees. Chaturanga. Yoga push-up. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog, whichever you choose. Exhale, down dog. You can move through table and come back. Take one breath here and exhale. On an inhale, lift your right leg up behind your three-legged dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward in between your hands. Drop the left knee. Come down into a low lunge. When you feel good here, bring your hands to your right knee. And when you feel good there, you can lift them up overhead. Drawing shoulders down the back, keeping your gaze soft. Don't grit your teeth here. You want to come to a place of ease in the movement. Take one more breath. And exhale, float both hands down to frame the foot. Plant left hand down. Reach up with the right for a nice twist. One more inhale. And exhale, hand down to frame the foot. Bring right foot back behind you, back into table. Shift back into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes. Shoot the hips towards the back of the mat. Inhale, left foot up behind you, three-legged dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward. Drop the right knee. You can untuck the toe. Come into your lunge. Come up and frame the knee. When it feels pretty good, just reach up with the arms. Make sure that you're bringing the knee out towards the pinky. Always want to protect the knee. One more inhale and exhale. Float hands down to frame the foot. Plant the right hand. Reach up to the sky with the left. One more inhale and exhale. Left hand down to frame the foot. Bring the foot back. Come into your tabletop position. Let's do another cat-cow just to reset.
Inhale, stomach down.
Exhale up, cat stretch. Meet in a neutral spine. And tuck the toes. Come back into downward facing dog. Look forward in between your hands. Walk forward to in between your hands. Just grab each elbow and hang here in ragdoll. Just wave back and forth. One more breath. And release. The elbows roll all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae, growing up into Tadasana. Go through that flow one more time. Inhale, arms overhead and pistol fingers. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale through the right. Inhale back through center. Bring the hands through center and prayer hands and come down into forward fold. Halfway lift, gaze in front of you. Forward fold. Step back into plank, and you can drop your knees into table here. Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Come through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here for one good breath. Inhale, right leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward in between your hands and drop the left knee. Now come up into your low lunge again. Maybe you can skip this part of grabbing the knee and just reach up with the arms. And if you can't, that's fine too. One more inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down to frame the foot. Plant left hand down, right arm up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, float right hand down to frame the foot. Bring right foot back to meet the left. Tuck your toes, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Always keep the hips square when you're in three-legged dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward. Drop the right knee down to the floor. You can untuck the toes. Maybe rise straight up into low lunge. And maybe shift forward just a little bit more. A little more of a stretch in that hip flexor. Inhale, exhale, float both hands down to frame the foot. Plant right hand, reach up with the left. If it hurts your neck to look up at your palm, you can always look straight ahead. You can even look straight down. One more inhale. Exhale, hand down to frame the foot. Step back with the left foot. Let's take a cat-cow to reset. Inhale down. Exhale up. Come back to center. And we'll scoot the butt back into child's pose, balasana. You just bring forehead down to the mat. Let's bring the arms back down to our sides. And let's take a moment here to just breathe. One more inhale and exhale. Let's come back up into our tabletop position. We're going to grow that flow just a little bit. Just go through it. Tuck your toes. Come back into downward dog. Look forward in between your hands. Just step forward to the front of the mat. Grab your elbows and just hang here in ragdoll, gently swaying side to side. Release the elbows, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, rooting down through the heels, rising up through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up overhead into pistol fingers. Exhale over to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Let's do that bend one more time. Inhale through center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Now bring the hands into prayer. I'm not going all the way down yet. Just bring them to heart center in prayer and close your eyes for a moment. On an inhale, think let. And on the exhale, think go. Let's take a big breath together. Inhale, let. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Take your prayer hands back up overhead. Gaze up towards the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Gaze in front of you. Forward fold. Step back into plank. And this time to stay in plank, go back into down dog. On an inhale, lift right leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward. Stay up this time in a high lunge. Get nice and stable here. Come up into your lunge. Keeping the hips square. And when you feel good, reach all the way up. Maybe bending a little more. Inhale. Exhale, float hands down beside the foot. Plant left hand down, right arm up. You guys are doing good. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Let's go ahead and just drop the left knee. Bring the right foot back behind you. Tuck your toes. Shift back into downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you. Three-legged dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward in between your hands. Stay up in your high lunge this time. And then come to frame the knee. And then come all the way up. Always make sure the shoulders are down. You don't want to hunch them up towards your ears. Just breathe here. Find ease in the pose. One more inhale. Exhale, float hands down beside the foot. Plant right hand down. Come into a twist. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Float the hand down. Drop the right knee. Just come back with the left foot into table. Shift back into child's pose. Forehead down to the mat. And just breathe. Let's take one more breath. And shift back up into your tabletop position. You're going to flow one more time through tabletop and cobra. Bring elbows down to the sides. Come back. Preparation for baby cobra. Inhale up. Exhale down. Push with your hands. Come back up through table. Shift back into child's pose. Pause here for a moment. Inhale up through table. Exhale down. Preparation for baby cobra. Inhale up. Exhale down. Shift back through table, back into balasana. Pause here. Inhale up through table, back down, baby cobra. Now just pause here. We're going to do 3 baby cobras. Inhale up. Gaze in front. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. And now that you're up, shift the shoulders, or rather the elbows forward. Come into Sphinx pose, flattening out the hands, broadening across the chest. If there's strain on your low back, you can always spread your feet out a little bit further. Let's take 1 more inhale and exhale. If you spread your feet out, you can bring them back in a little bit. Come back down into your preparation for baby cobra. Shift back into child's pose 1 more time. Come back up into your tabletop position. You can cross your feet behind you and just come down to sit. We're going to do Janushirsasana. So bring the right foot out to the side. Bring your left foot in. Make sure that your hips are square, or rather you're facing the right foot. Inhale, arm up tall, and exhale forward towards the right foot. You can bring your hands down to the sides of the legs, ankle, or foot. Whatever is just fine. Just breathe. And then while you are here, bending forward, take your left hand, you can cross it over to the right side and just roll just a little bit. This is a small movement. You don't have to go all the way over. And if you're having a hard time making that movement with the hand down, just roll and bring the arm up. Make a nice little pop when you do this. One more breath. Now roll back. Gently roll all the way back up. I'm going to change sides. So left foot out, right foot in towards the thigh. Make sure that your hips are facing left foot. Inhale, arms up tall. Exhale forward, dropping the hands down to the sides of the legs, ankle, or the foot. Just breathe, maybe coming down a little more with each exhale. Always keep small micro bend in the knee. Now get a little bit of a rotation here. Take your right hand, reach it over to the other side of the leg. You can roll up, or you can just reach like you're going to do that and just roll up. You're just rotating out. Should help to stretch out the low back. Just breathe wherever you are, just breathe. One more inhale And exhale, roll back down. And roll all the way back up. Let's come down to the side of the mat. Come back into your TP twist again. Reach behind with the left arm. Reach around with the right. Inhale up. Exhale, gaze over left shoulder behind you. Rotating at the shoulders. Take an inhale. And exhale, come back forward. Wrap around with the left arm. Reach behind with the right. Inhale, tall. And rotating at the shoulders and rib cage. Exhale, gaze over the right shoulder or straight in front of you if that is too much for your neck. On an inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Let's roll all the way down to the mat. Vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way down until we're all the way down to the mat. Now you can pick up your right foot, cross it over the left knee, flex both feet. You can use a towel or a strap or just grab your thigh and bring it in towards your chest just as much as you can. As we're coming back to slow down our practice, if you'd like, you can always close your eyes here, really just coming inward. Just feeling the sensations in the body. And let's exhale, left foot back down to the mat. Switch legs, right foot down, left foot up. Flex both feet. Reach and grab your right thigh and just bring it towards your chest just as much as you can. And let's exhale, right foot back down to the mat. Uncross your legs. Now hug the right knee in, extend the left leg out. And reach out with the right arm and bring your right leg across the body. Gaze over the right shoulder. Notice how different this twist feels now at the end of practice as opposed to how it felt at the beginning. And just breathe into the changes in the body. On an inhale, bring the knee back to center. Give it a squeeze. And extend the right foot. Bring left knee in to the chest. Reach out, left arm. Bring the knee across. Gaze is over the left shoulder. On an inhale, come back to center. Pick up the other leg or come back into reclined butterfly, just like the beginning of practice. Bring your heels down towards your butt. Grab the sides of your feet, really pressing the low back
into the floor beneath you. Now you release your feet. Bring your knees in. Come into happy baby. So just bring the feet up towards the ceiling, hands to the sides of the legs, ankles, or feet. You can roll back and forth if you'd like, or you can be still. And wherever you are, come back to center. Bring the knees in. Reach around and give yourself a big hug because you did amazing today. And release into Savasana. Just let it all go. Let your arms flop out to the sides. Let your shoulders fall out to the sides. Let the feet flop out to the sides. Any tension in between your eyebrows, just let that go. You can feel your jaw go slack. Feel any remaining tension in the body, all the way from the crown of the head, across the face, the throat, across the chest, shoulders. Feel it just begin to melt and sink away into the ground below you, moving like a warm wave of relaxation all the way down the body, across the stomach, hips, thighs, across the knees, lower legs, all the way down to the ankles and feet. Any remaining tension, just feel it absorb away from the body down into the earth below you. Feel how you're totally supported here by gravity and the earth, and you're safe. next inhale, begin to deepen your breathing, slowly calling awareness back to the body, slowly calling yourself back home. And you can begin to make some small movements with the fingers and toes, maybe some gentle rotations with the ankles and wrists. Let the head go from side to side very gently and slowly. And reach out long for a full body stretch. And roll over to one side in the fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed. And just pausing here for a moment. And when you're ready, you use your hand, press yourself up, come into a comfortable seat at the center of your mat. Bring the hands back down to your knees, growing up tall through the spine and up through the crown of the head. Let's do a quick scan of the body. Just notice how it feels now, as opposed to how it felt at the beginning of practice today. And we'll close today with a quote from Unknown. Wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. May you bring the peace and joy of your practice forward into the rest of your day. You can bring your hands to heart center in prayer and open your eyes. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Okay. Come closer. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Hope to see you outside next week. Y'all take care out there. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay peaceful. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.